The sticker shock for the S23 phones could be something that's really next level and bad because taking a look at some leaked information internationally. Now, it looks like in the United States, the S23, S23 Plus Ultra are going to stay the same. But it looks like in Europe, a couple different places, especially like Germany, Netherlands, places like that, we could be seeing some serious price increases, 100, 200, up to even almost like 300 euro in some places, which is absolutely insane because it's looking like in Germany, based off of the leaked data, the introductory S23 Ultra could be 13.99 euro, which is a stark contrast from the 11.99 US dollars in the United States. And I think that's a really bad idea. Now, here's the thing. We are not going to get confirmation on this until the phone launches. So don't start sweating bullets yet, but there is precedence for this because if you take a look at what Apple did, and Samsung likes to copy a lot of Apple things whenever it comes to finding ways to make money and squeeze money out of customers and screw them over, well, Apple's the expert, so Samsung follows suit, just like they did with the charger. Apple was courageous and brave and took the charger out of the box and then created MagSafe and, well, created a 20-watt charger and charged you more money for both of those things than you ever would have got beforehand, and you don't get the free charger anymore. And then Samsung happily hopped along board and decided, you know what, we'll yank the charger out of there too. They've taken the chargers out, the earbuds out. They've taken all the goodies out of there. You don't get a case. You don't even get a screen protector anymore. So, yeah, the next logical step is, okay, we've taken everything out of the box but the phone. Now let's charge some more money. And Samsung actually is not in a good place financially right now. I mean, overall they are, but they've lost over 60% like operating profit over the last quarter. And smartphone shipment sales have dropped about 14-15% from the same quarter of last year, or previous year, 2021 to 2022. That means, well, smartphone sales are down, their operating profit is down, they have less capital and money available. They want to put some more money back in the treasury. And the best way to do that is to find ways to gouge people for money. Now, Samsung engages in some very tricky behavior when it comes to the way they sell their phones. Two things that they do. One, they have their price whenever the phone first comes out, but they incentivize sales by giving you pre-order credit. They reserve your pre-order credit, which you can do right now all the way up until the point of February 1 once it gets there. Once the phone goes on sale, you can't reserve your pre-order anymore. You can only pre-order it. So you won't get that $50 or $100 reservation bonus of Samsung credit. So link in the description for that. Save yourself some money. But here's what they do. They do the reserve your pre-order campaign. Then they do the pre-order campaign. So when the pre-order gets here, they're like, okay, pre-order it and we'll give you like $200 Samsung credit. You can put that towards something else. We'll give you an extra upgrade for your RAM or extra upgrade for your storage space. That stuff really helps move units. So you're like, okay, the price is about the same, but I'm getting a good deal on it. So they'll give me this amount of trade-in credit. I'll pay $300 out of pocket, but I'll get a free case. I might put something towards a watch, all these different options. That helps make it more palatable, alleviate some of that pain, especially in your wallet. Well, here's what happens with them. And this is a secret. Well, maybe not. You just have to think about it. So what they do is the same thing that Google does. They have it come out, have these deals, sell it at the higher price, and then just 3 or 4 weeks later, after that initial week or two of sales and return period's over, they'll drop the price. They'll drop it to like $9.99, but then you won't get those extras. So if you just want to get the phone, you don't want to screw around, you don't want to mess with the stupid pre-order stuff, you don't want to mess with the reservation, you don't want to mess with the credits, you can get it cheaper in about a month. After people can't return them anymore, they drop all those deals, the pre-order stuff's gone, bam. And it happens like clockwork. It'll be on Amazon, it'll be on the Samsung website, it'll probably be on Best Buy. You'll likely be able to get it for about $9.99, and they'll still give you good trade-in credit. So you'll still only pay about $100, $200 out of pocket if you've got an S22 Ultra, something very similar to that. So that's a secret. That's a way you can save some money if you don't want all those other things. If you don't want to mess with this stuff up front, don't worry about it. But yeah, if you're over in Europe and you're talking about a 100, 200, 300 euro price increase, that's a lot. That's insane. And Apple did the very same thing. They kept the prices in the same in the US because the United States is a bread and butter. United States gets the most conversion, the most sales. That's where the biggest marketing campaign and push is. Same for Apple. Same for Samsung. So Samsung looks like they probably followed along suit. We've seen some Verizon leaked materials and they say, okay, everything's staying the same here in the States. And then contrast that over into like the EU. Let me read this. So yeah, they're saying that the S22 to S23 increases may be even sharper in Denmark, ranging price increase of 1300 Danish krone, so 175 to 190 euro for the base model. And they're saying up to a 3,300 krone increase for the top end Ultra. Works out to around 440 euro, $480 over the previous phone. That's insane. So, like I said, in Germany, they're looking at like a 1,399 euro price. That's a lot of money. I wouldn't pay that. Like, I'm sorry, and I made a couple of videos. I made one the other day about S22 Ultra. Hold on to it. If they come out and they charge you $200-300 more dollars, more euro, whatever the currency is, over the last year's price, there's not enough that's compelling in this S23, S23 Plus Ultra that I've seen. Yes, the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 is nice. It's a very nice chipset. It makes it, I mean, it's great, it's balanced, it's cool, it doesn't overheat as much, great power and balance of all that good stuff. But it's not necessary. The Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 is a very good chip. So you're not really missing out on a whole lot there. Yes, the battery life won't be as good. Yes, it gets a little bit warmer. And you won't have the 200 megapixel camera. If you get the Ultra, you'll still have the 108. But, I mean, there are worse things in life to have than a 108 megapixel camera on your phone. So, if they come out and they say, we're going to charge you $200 or $300 more bucks over in Europe for this phone, I would say, screw you, Samsung. I wouldn't buy that. I'm just speaking frankly. That's not worth $13.99 to me. I mean, especially when you can get like a Z Fold 4 for probably cheaper than that. They'll have those on sale. You'll see them other places. You can get refurbished, Amazon renewed, lots of different ways you can get those, different trade-in offers, price reductions. They've done so much to aggressively sell that stuff. So I'd much rather have a Z Fold 4 than an S23 Ultra. And then if it comes to the S23, S23 Plus, if we're talking over $1,000 for those, over 1,000 euro, no. I've said so many things. I very, very, don't buy the S23 Plus, period. But there are so many other options out there. And of course, we've got the OnePlus 11 coming on February the 7th. I've already said the S23 Plus can't compete with the Pixel 7 Pro. And it's got better features. And it's several $100s or euro cheaper. And then you also take a look at the Pixel 7. Amazing phone. There's just so many other options out there to where we shouldn't incentivize, we shouldn't reward this behavior from Samsung to where they're basically during horrible economic times. It's not a necessity. The S22 Ultra, S22 series are perfectly fine phones. Lots of other alternatives that are significantly less money. No, I would not let Samsung hit me over the head for that, bend me over a barrel and take my money for that stuff. It's not something you absolutely have to go out there and buy. So I would say, okay, if it comes out the same price in the US, that's great. If they have this significant price increase like the leaked marketing materials show for Europe, holy cow, no. I would not do it. And this is why Samsung won't send me a phone. And I could care less, because the only thing I care about here is advocating for people who are out there. You're spending your hard-earned money, you're buying this stuff. I like to give it to you straight. I mean, this is how I feel, my unfiltered opinion on the matter. And yeah, I wouldn't buy that. The only reason that I get, I'm a tech addict. I do get a lot of this stuff year over year. I'm not going to try and tell you that I wouldn't get it anyway, because I have a disease. I have to buy all the phones. But also, I cover this stuff for my channel. So yeah, I cover this stuff to tell people if it's any good or not. The price will drop. There will be a price drop inevitably within about a month after it comes out. A couple months down the road, when we had the S22 Ultra last year, less than 6 months, that thing dropped by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You could get it for like $700-800. So here's the game you play with Samsung. They try to hit you over the head to get that money up front. If you don't buy it up front and you don't fall into their little tactics and try and let them hit you over the head and take your money, I guarantee you by April, May, June, it's going to be significantly cheaper. They're going to be trying to sell them. It was very evident this last year. Samsung is hard up for money. They're doing aggressive sales, aggressive marketing, aggressive trade-in stuff all year long. They were giving $1,000 for like an S21 Ultra with a cracked screen at certain points in time to get the S22 Ultra, not even 4 or 5 months later. So what's going to happen? Sales are down. Their operating capital is down. They're down 15% smartphone sales. Overall, smartphone sectors are down like 18% over last year. There's a contraction in the market. The market's saturated. Phones are good for like 5 years now, mostly. Yeah, Samsung's in for a rude awakening because their phones are so expensive, people are not going to want to buy them, especially with these aggressive predatory practices for significantly raising the money. So, man, I should have turned these lights red. Anyway, I'm going to get off here and stop talking. Hopefully this isn't true. If it is, it's a horrible thing, and Samsung deserves to be definitely reprimanded for that and, like, not rewarded for it. Hold on to whatever phone you got, buy something else. There's nothing no, the S23 Ultra won't be worth €13.99. I can tell you that. $11.99 is a lot. It's already $100 more than what they charge for the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And, well, it's like the best non-folding phone Samsung has to offer, but a lot of people don't even like the S Pen. I made a video about this yesterday. Some people like it, some people don't. Well, they hold that experience hostage because the S23 Plus is going to be a very dumbed down version. Yes, it doesn't have as nice a screen, doesn't have the 200 megapixel camera, no macro mode. It doesn't have the bigger battery, it doesn't have the Quad HD Plus resolution, all that stuff, and they're going to charge you over $1,000 for that? No. No, buy a Pixel 7. Do yourself a favor, save yourself like $600, right? So, that's all I got. Going to keep an eye on this. We'll find out for sure on February 1st. I sincerely hope this is not the truth, but it's looking pretty bad right now. But it also looks like what I predicted before, that we won't likely get a price increase here in the United States. We'll see what happens. So that's all I got. Let me know what you think. I want to know what your thoughts are. Go to the comment section. We'll discuss this. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.